Hello and welcome to the Great Plains Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thanks for joining us. We've got a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen at any point in time to type your questions to our presenters. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for sessions in the next 2 hours later in this fair. This presentation is being recorded, and the recording is going to be available in about a week at the same website where you registered, strivescan.com/GPACAC. And all right, we are in session A9. So our order of colleges here is going to be DePaul University, EHL, Southeastern University, Maryville University, Garden City Community College, and then Arizona State. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Sarah from DePaul University. Take it away, Sarah.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Fink. I am the admission counselor from DePaul. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my presentation. All right, so I'm so excited to be with you all tonight. My name again is Sarah. I am a proud double demon, which means that I got both my bachelor's and my master's degree at DePaul. So I am really excited to share with you all a little bit about the university that I love so much. I always like to start with this beautiful picture of our campus. I think it does a great job at showing not only where we're located in Chicago, but also just, again, how close we are to the downtown area. We do have a dual campus structure at DePaul, meaning that we have campuses located in 2 different parts of the city. Right now, you're looking at Lincoln Park, which is a northern neighborhood of Chicago, about 15 minutes north of downtown. We also do have a campus in the downtown area called the Loop, which you can see there in the background, all those high-rise buildings. And then this map does a little better job at showing where exactly we are in Chicago. This is actually a pretty zoomed in view of the city. So Chicago itself is actually much larger. And our campuses are only about 15 minutes apart via the train. And that's how students will get back and forth between their classes, as well as how they're able to access all of Chicago. Every student at DePaul gets a U-Pass, which gets you unlimited access to the Chicago trains and buses. So you can take the train downtown, take about 15 minutes, get off at our Loop campus, and take classes there, or you can take it all throughout Chicago and explore on your own. We do have our campuses split up by different colleges. So if you're interested in areas like liberal arts and social sciences, science and health, education, theater, and music, all of those colleges are going to be located in our Lincoln Park campus. Everything else, which includes our College of Business, our College of Communication, and our College of Computing and Digital Media, is going to be located in the downtown Loop area. And then this is just more information about DePaul that I'll be going over in the next few minutes. We do have a little over 22,000 total students. Of those, about 15,000 or so are undergraduate students, making us the largest Catholic university in the nation. That being said, definitely don't have to be Catholic to attend DePaul. Only about 30% of our students identify as Catholic, and we do have over 30 different religions represented on campus, including students who come from no faith background or are not currently practicing. About 45% of our students are students of color, and about a third are first-generation college students. So those values of access and attainment of a college education are really important to who we are. We were founded under the values of St. Vincent de Paul, the patron saint of charity. So again, values like community service, inclusivity, accessibility, all super important to our mission and why we were founded specifically in Chicago and in Lincoln Park. A little bit about our different majors. I mentioned our colleges earlier, but I just show you again, kind of a more focused view. You can see our top 5 majors there. They include film and television, health sciences, accounting, psychology, and computer science. We are a liberal arts university, meaning that in addition to your major courses, you'll also be taking classes in 6 different areas of the liberal arts to supplement your education. This is really intentional. We want to make sure that when you graduate, you're not just prepared for the career that your major is setting you up for, but you're prepared to switch your career later on should you choose to do that. Speaking of career services, we have really amazing career center on campus that can help you with the small things like how to write a resume, how to build a cover letter, but they can also help you get jobs and internships both in Chicago and across the US and even around the world. Last year, our Career Center posted over 15,000 internships for our students. So being located in Chicago is definitely a really big advantage for our students. You're going to get a lot of chances to have those experiential learning opportunities while you're a student that are really going to help you succeed when you graduate. So because of that, about 93% of our students are continuing their education or employed 6 months after graduation. So really proud of those numbers and happy to provide our students with those excellent services. We are Division I in sports, and we're in the Big East tournament. We have 13 different sports that students can participate in, and every single student at DePaul can go to those sporting events for free. We also have over 350 different different student organizations that you can get involved in, anything from student government we do have our DePaul Activities Board, which creates events on campus for free for all of our students, and then even some fun kind of niche groups like our K-pop dance club and our UFO club, which stands for Urban Farming Organization. I'll end out the conversation tonight talking a little bit about the next steps to applying to DePaul. We are on the Common App and it is free to apply, so there's no application fee. The only thing that we require besides the Common App is your official high school transcript and then what's called the Common App School Report. This is a document filled out and submitted by your school counselor, basically giving us an overview of your high school as well as their recommendation of you as an applicant. Everything else is optional, so that does include test scores. DePaul has been test optional since 2012, so we regularly admit students both with and without test scores. This past year, close to 65% of our students who applied test optional, and we foresee that being a growing trend, throughout the next few years. Every student is considered for merit-based scholarships upon admission to DePaul, so we don't, again, require test scores to be considered for those. And then I highly recommend that you try applying by November 15th, which is our early action deadline. That way to give you the best consideration for scholarships as well as admission decision by January 15th. So that's all I've got tonight. I'm so excited to connect with you all later on. I'm going to go ahead and put my information in the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to email me whenever you have questions.
All right, thank you very much, Sarah. So we are going to go from DePaul in Chicago all the way to Switzerland and EHL. Daniel, take it away.
Awesome, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, my name is Daniel Flores and I represent EHL. We actually go by 3-2-1 model. The 3 stands for the locations that you can complete your program. On the left-hand side on your screen, you'll see Lausanne, Switzerland in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. In the middle is Passau, Switzerland in the Swiss German-speaking part. And then on the right is Singapore. First thing to note, don't freak out. Program is taught entirely in English, so you do not need to know the local language, but you will be picking it up. So to kind of get an idea of what the student demographic looks like, on campus, we have 3,300 total students, 2,900 are in our undergrad program. They come from over 120 different nationalities. Fun fact, this is actually our dress code. We wear suits every single day. The whole point is to prepare you for the real world. Now, 84% of our students know 3 or more languages. Once again, that's not to freak you out, but the fact is you will actually know 3 languages by the time that you graduate. We are currently ranked and have been for the past 3 years as the world's #1 hospitality and leisure management program. We are also the world's first hotel school. We started off in 1893. Now, one thing I want everybody to remember, hospitality is not just hotels and restaurants. Once again, hospitality is not just hotels and restaurants. This is the service industry which prepares you for 1 in 10 jobs globally. To make it super simple, if you hate people, this is a terrible industry to be in. Don't go for it. But if you love to be around people and love to make people feel welcome, this is a great opportunity for you to, in essence, make a career out of being yourself. We are also the first and only school with the Michelin star training restaurant. We've earned it also 2 years in a row. And we have dual accreditation, which means our degree is valid worldwide. So if you want to come back to the States for your master's or doctoral degree, or same thing anywhere around the world, or work around the world, you can with our degree. So one of our campuses is the one behind me, plus what's on your screen. It's going to be our Lausanne campus. Very modern, very minimalistic, extremely sustainable, because that's very Swiss. In Switzerland, in a 3-hour flight, you're in up to 36 different countries. I did not say cities or states, I said countries. So if you want to go to Spain over the weekend, that's part of the college experience. On campus, You have 2 brand new apartment buildings and 3 brand new dorms. Yes, we do have on-campus housing. On your screen, you're also going to be seeing our sports facility. There's going to be an indoor gym, indoor pool, and indoor spa. College life is rough. You need your mani-pedis. Boom, you get it right on campus. If you're looking for something a little different, we also have our campus in Singapore. This is going to be the business hub of Asia. So if you're looking for career opportunities down the road in the Asian market, this is a great way for you to get exposure. But also, if you love food, this is a foodie destination. Michelin star lunch for 15 bucks. Also, climate's going to be very different, closer to the equator, so more hot and humid. But in a 3-hour flight, you're in 17 different countries. So cool off in the Maldives if you want. We make life easy. We have 1 bachelor's degree. It's a Bachelor's of Science in International Hospitality Management. So what we prepare you for is the business world, but we teach you how do you create 5-star service in your company. The first 6 months, you switch off courses every week. You're making chocolates, making pastries, drinking wine, making cocktails, and then you clean toilets, you fold laundry, you make beds, you visit and eat at a 3 Michelin star restaurant. We're teaching you service skills by you creating the service. And after that, you have your first 6-month internship anywhere around the world. In your first year, you're in up to 2 different countries, not including weekend trips. Then you come back for 3 semesters and you can actually switch off campus locations, and you would be doing business courses, hospitality courses, and language courses. We offer German, French, Russian, Mandarin, Spanish. So you choose what you want to do. Then after that, you apply those skills into your second 6-month internship. Same deal, anywhere around the world. You come back for your final year, you take advanced management theory courses, elective courses, and you finish off being a consultant. You solve a problem for a real company, either by yourself, with up to 6 people. You decide you want to create your own business. We have an innovation hub on campus, so a startup incubator if you want to do that. Or number 4 is you do a research thesis. You present this to your entire graduating class, and this is what leads us to have 96% of our students get a job within 6 months of graduation. And that's the highest of any school offering this program. Now, what does a career in hospitality mean? Not just hotels and restaurants, once again. So 47% of our alumni go into those fields, hotels, restaurants, airlines, travel, and whatnot. But this is a business program. Banking, accounting, NGOs, education, healthcare, health and beauty, retail, real estate, luxury goods. Anything where you're working with people, that's what hospitality prepares you for. That's why I said, if you hate people, don't go into hospitality. And with our alumni network, we have over 30,000 alumni working in over 150 countries. This is a global career. And as an example, once again, these are just some of our companies that hire students for internships or for full-time jobs. So you get an idea. We are on Common App. We also have our institutional application process, and then we do accept financial aid, and we have our own private scholarships. So if you have any questions down the road, this is my contact information. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn about EHL, and good luck today.
All right, thank you, Daniel. So next, we're going to go from Switzerland to Florida and Southeastern University. Sarah, Jean? All right.
Coming on.
Take it away.
Uh-oh.
We saw the black and then it disappeared.
Uh-oh.
Of course.
Do you guys see anything right now?
I see the Zoom page where it says launch meeting on it. So do you have it on a different window?
Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. Can we mix up the order, or are
Yeah,
we stuck on the
let's see. Jim, are you available are you ready to go by any chance? I don't want to put you on the spot here, but.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right, Sarah Jean, we'll put you at the end. How about that?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Is my screen up?
Yes, we can see it.
Awesome.
Great.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jim Winslow. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Maryville University, located in St. Louis, Missouri. Maryville actually has been named the second fastest growing private school in the entire United States. So it's definitely a wonderful time to come jump aboard and be part of the same family. We have just over 11,000 students when you're looking at enrollment, but that is a two-tier number. The majority of that is online. We have students from over 58 different countries and all 50 states when you're looking at our online programs. When you're looking at our students who are just physically on campus taking classes, just shy of 3,000 get you that 2,900 number. 90 plus academic programs, 22 NCAA Division II teams. Average class sizes are about 20 to 25, 150 plus clubs and organizations. Some of our top programs, very renowned for our health professions. So we have our nursing, our physical therapy, our occupational therapy, our speech language pathology programs. All those programs are freshman direct entry. So if you get into those programs, you go into that program as a freshman. For that PT program, it's 6.5 years and you're getting your doctorate. So it's cutting off almost 2 years of school, which saves you a lot of time and a lot of money, which is really one of the most important things you want to look at. We have a cyber fusion center for our cybersecurity major with a multi-million-dollar cyber fusion center that is phenomenal. It looks like someone from the Pentagon or NASA. Definitely encourage you to come aboard and take a look at that. A lot of things in our computer sciences that we've added, artificial intelligence, blockchain is really expanding and exploding right now. So we have a lot of new current majors where the field is headed. Also, last but not least, that Rawlings Sports Business Management Program. We have the only sports business management program that has an affiliate promotion with a Fortune 500 company. So we definitely have the CEO of Rawlings. He's always on campus doing a lot of things. Their headquarters is actually right next to our campus. So a lot of great things going on there. There are about 9 schools in the country that are Apple Distinguished School out of over 4,000 across the United States. We're one of those 9 with that Apple distinction. All of our freshmen will get a brand new iPad and Apple Pencil that you do get to keep, preloaded with over 200 apps. You also get all of your textbooks via ebooks. When you're looking at our career outcome rate, that 97.6%, when I tell students that's the numbers you want to look at, that lets you know our students are employed. And at the end of the day, that's what it is all about. It's about what are you going to do to help that student get to that next phase. So that 96.7 is very strong. That's the average across all of our majors, not any specific majors. So you can see all of our students are employable. And that's what you want to know at the end of the day. Probably one of the best things that you'll hear so far, at least from us, is that we actually just lowered tuition. And our tuition has been frozen the last 5 years. And our president of the university also announced that tuition will never go up ever at Maryville University for undergrad. That is a very bold statement. Our strategic plan over the next 6 years is actually drop it again. So we definitely look forward to being able to become a more accessible institution for a lot of our schools. Our automatic scholarships, we are test optional. We're heading to about the 9th or 10th year for that. So if you have a 3.5 GPA, weighted or unweighted, you automatically get $14,000. So you go back and look at it, it takes your cost from 37, you're instantly down to 23, which makes us competitive with a lot of state schools, which is the goal of the automatic scholarship. Again, we're test optional. So if you have that 3.5, that standardized test score is irrelevant. It does not matter. That scholarship is renewable for up to 5 years of undergrad. You just need a minimum 2.5 GPA and it automatically renews. These are our competitive scholarships, as you can see here. Tons of opportunities. Priority date is December 1, which is pretty consistent with a lot of institutions across the country. So you want to make sure that you're applying early and getting everything in. Just snapshot of some of our more competitive scholarships. Something I'll highlight really quick is our DVA programs. Our Design and Visual Art college actually has 2 national accreditations, not just 1, so it's a very big deal. But also 2, we've decided to kind of have different scholarships for those students. So graphic design, interior design, photography, adding videography. We have a game design major. So you'll create an e-portfolio. You can get up to $5,000 in addition to that automatic scholarship to go along with that financial aid package. Like I said, we are test optional. We review students holistically, rolling admissions, and we're on the Coalition app and the Common app. We don't charge application fees. I joke and tell students and families, I won't ask for money till after you're accepted. So definitely don't have to worry about getting those things done ahead of time. We'll definitely have it taken care of. I have a quick video here if it plays. Yes, it plays. Awesome. Kind of one of the last things I'll plug is our Sneak Peek Wednesdays. If you're on our website, we have tons of webcast series and different things going over every week for the most part. President of the university's been on doing a couple. We actually had a hot or not challenge where our students did taste testing and they lined up some of the hottest sauces you will find in the St. Louis region. And kind of just answer a question. And each time they answered a question, they went up a level of hotness in the hot wings. So just kind of give you an idea of some of the things that we're doing on there, plus a lot of different other good information. Here's all my contact information. Definitely want to thank you guys. I look forward to speaking with everyone, and you guys have a good night.
All right, thanks, Jim. The hot wing challenge sounds awesome. All right, next up, we've got Garden City Community College in Garden City, Kansas. Kelsey, take it away.
All right, thank you. Let me go and share my screen. Okay, so let me hide this real quick. Okay, so like he said, I'm from Garden City Community College. I'm the campus tour coordinator and also an admissions representative. Let me go ahead and put this into present mode. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So Garden City Community College, we are the Bronc Busters. We're located in Garden City, Kansas. It's southwestern Kansas. A little bit about our department. Our Director of Admissions and International Student Advisor, her name is Sydney Stassman. And then our Assistant Director of Admissions is Samantha Garcia. And like I said, my name is Kelsey. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit just about admissions, cost of attendance, scholarships, a few degrees and certificates you can earn, some athletics and activities, and briefly about residential life. So every year we are able to award over $1.5 million in scholarships, which is really great for such a small community college in basically the middle of nowhere in Kansas. So we're really fortunate to do that. We have about 2,600 students enrolled. About half of those are online and the other half are in person. Our student to faculty ratio is 16:1, which means you get a lot of one-on-one help from your professors. Your class size is only going to be at the most 26 students. So versus some other bigger universities where it's 100 to 200, you're going to get a lot more one-on-one help. So the estimated cost of attendance for in-state students with housing, tuition, and fees is roughly about $9,290 per year. That's not per semester, so per year. Our tuition and fees also includes online textbooks. So all of our textbooks are online and free. You do not have to rent them from Amazon or Chegg and spend hundreds of dollars. All accessible to you. Also gives you free access to all of our activities on campus, as well as games. With our housing and meals, our meals are included in that housing price, and we have multiple housing options, not just traditional dorms. If you live in Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Nebraska, or Colorado, you are part of our border state tuition. So you can see that price there is about $9,700 per year. Some scholarship opportunities. So when you apply and you send us your high school transcript, we're going to look at your GPA. If you have a 3.5 to a 4.0 GPA, you're automatically going to get a $1,000 scholarship. You don't have to compete with anybody for that. That's just having a GPA, a great GPA. Even if you have a 2.0 to a 2.4, you automatically get $250. And I always say, take all the free money that you can. And most of the time, you can actually get paid to come to Garden City. So with our low tuition rates and the amount of scholarships that we offer, most of the time, your scholarships are going to overcome your tuition and your bills at the end of the semester. So you're actually going to get a paycheck from our cashier's office. And so basically, you're getting paid to come to college, which is great. Here are some of our academic programs that we have and our technical programs. A few that I like to point out is our nursing program. So here at Garden City, most of the time with community colleges, you would have to take prereqs for nursing, and then you would have to transfer to a 4-year to get your RN. Well, you don't have to do that here. You can get your RN here for 4 years here at Garden City. You can start 2 years with your prerequisite classes, take the Nelson Denny, and then you can finish out your RN for the next 2 years here. So that's pretty great. We also have a John Deere program that's one of the top in the country, and there's only about 16 programs in the whole country. So to be one of those top 5 programs is really great. And obviously we have others such as athletic training, cybersecurity, math, physics, etc. Also, if you're in high school, we do offer dual credit, so you guys can get some of your college algebra, college English, those prereqs out of the way before you come to Garden City Community College. And we also have just online classes when you get here. You can take those at any time, and those are $150 per credit hour. We do offer athletics, baseball, basketball, even esports. So if you love video games, you have the opportunity to earn a scholarship to play video games, which is pretty cool. Football, rodeo, track and field, etc. We also have lots of student clubs that also offer scholarships. All the student clubs you see listed there with asterisks offer scholarships as well. So there's an endless amount of scholarship money and financial aid, etc., that you guys can earn to come to school here. And like I was talking about residential life, we have 2 dormitories, which is the west and the east units. We also have Bronkbuster housing, which is set up like a small duplex. And our Bronkbuster suites and apartments, those both have full kitchens. The Bronkbuster suites have their own laundry unit. Very nice, very great way to make new friends from all over the country. So that kind of wraps up the presentation. If you guys want to come either take a virtual tour or schedule an in-person visit, I'm the person to contact. I'll put my contact information in the chat. Like I said, we can visit virtually or on campus. So hopefully we'll get to see you all as busters. And if you have any questions, make sure to scan that QR code and we'll answer any questions that you guys have. All right.
Thank you, Kelsey. Perfect. All right. So from Garden City, Kansas, we are now headed to Tempe, Arizona, Arizona State. David, take it away.
Okay. Sorry for the wait, everyone. My name, as Dan said, is David Mills with Arizona State University. I'm one of our Assistant Director of Admissions. We are based in Tempe and actually throughout Phoenix, Arizona, and I'll explain that in a minute. But there's my contact information. I work with all students from Kansas and Missouri. However, if you are from one of the other states that might be tuning in to watch this presentation, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to either answer your questions or get you in touch with your dedicated admission counselor for whatever state you're tuning in from. Okay, the first thing I want to start with is our charter. This is the core, the mission, the values of everything that we do at ASU. The 2 things I really want to highlight is that we value being inclusive as a public university. This is really important to us. We believe that if a student meets our admission requirements, that they should be admitted to the university. And we're fortunate enough to have the space and the resources as a public university that is possible. So I'll talk more about our admission requirements later and share some links, but just know if you meet our requirements, you are automatically accepted to the university. You don't have to compete against other people or worry about certain things. If you meet the scores or the GPA, you are good. The second part is that we want to make sure that our students are successful, not just at ASU, but after they leave and the impact they're making on the community. And we know we're doing a really great job with this. I'm going to skip ahead for a moment because last year, within 90 days of graduating, about 89% of our students had a job within the 90 days of graduating. And so that is part of the preparation, the skills, the education that they receive, something we're really proud of, and we'll certainly go into that in more detail as well. For those of you who are familiar with ASU, you probably know that as an inclusive institution who admits everyone that meets our requirements, we are quite a large university. We have almost 75,000 students total studying at ASU. But even though that may seem like a lot on paper, in reality and in the classroom, academically speaking, it's not. And we never want it to hurt our students academically. ASU has an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, despite all those students. Part of that is because of all the resources we have, but part of it is because of the 4 campuses we have. I'm going to get into that in just a little bit, but ASU is actually divided up across 4 campuses in the Phoenix metro area, and it's all one university. But depending on what you study, you have a home base throughout your time at ASU. Now, while we never want it to be a negative thing, we do love the benefits of being a large university. And that's going to be from the diversity. You can see our class last year, almost 47% of our students were from underrepresented populations. We also have a big geographic diversity. We have all 50 states and about 136 countries around the world represented at ASU, which is awesome. And of course, students from all walks of life, backgrounds, you name it, with all the students at ASU, you have that. And we also have options for those students. ASU is a top tier Research One institution. There's a lot of on-campus research opportunities. We have over 350 academic majors for students to choose from. And if you want to get involved on campus, either for fun or for your resume, we have over 1,000 clubs and organizations to choose from. We're also a big sports school with the Pac-12 Division I athletics. So you have that school spirit, that excitement, that energy on game day. For roughly 24 Division I sports. So ASU has a little bit of everything. You can't do everything, but whatever you want is there, and you can customize your college experience to be exactly what you want it to be. Here are some rankings we're really proud of. #1 in innovation for the last 6 years, ahead of some very strong competition like MIT and Stanford. Rankings are certainly not the only part of the college search, but it is one important piece. So know that while not everything is a top 10 or a top 25 major in the country at ASU, we have everything in top 25 and top 50, from business and engineering to photography, criminal justice, journalism. Really, it's across the spectrum. You'll find a lot of those really strong academic programs. Here are the 4 campuses that I mentioned that are spread throughout the Phoenix area. They're very big, they're very small. You have everything from 50,000 students at a campus to about 5,000 students at a campus. So you could be at the biggest school or one of the biggest schools in the country and have almost a small private school-like experience quite easily. Just depends, again, what you want to study. But there's a free shuttle that connects our campuses 7 days a week. So if there's something at another campus you want to be a part of, even if that's not your main campus, you're able to go do that anytime throughout your experience. And again, I mentioned all our clubs and organizations, a ton of ways to get involved, to build your resume. But there's one I want to quickly highlight, and that is Barrett, the Honors College. It is considered to be one of the top honors colleges in the nation. It is a separate application. It is competitive. Once you're already admitted to ASU, you apply separately, but just know it's a great community of scholars and a really great way, especially if you're looking at grad school, to prepare and build the resume for that process as well. And here's a map of where those campuses are in Phoenix, the 5th largest city in the country. If you want internships, job opportunities, ways to entertain yourself during the 4 years of college, you're going to find all of those things in the city of Phoenix. And if you're from somewhere with winter, like I was, I'm from South Dakota originally, the 75 year-round average temperature is pretty awesome as well. Summers are very hot in the desert, but the rest of the school year, when you're actually there, is pretty gorgeous, 60s, 70s, 80s, and sunny. So I am actually out of time, but just know you can apply if you're a junior starting this summer in July. And for the admission requirements, I will put that link in the chat, and you can message me any questions that you might have. Thanks, and I will pass it on to our next presenter.
Thank you, David. All right, Sarah Jean, how are you doing?
I'm good. So sorry for the technical difficulties before. Let me share my screen now. All right, we'll get this in present mode here. I have a quick video I'm going to share first.
Looks good, thanks.
Fire up. It's that feeling deep in your bones. That desire to be part of something bigger than yourself. It's what drives us, propels us. It's what brought you here. Together, we believe. We dream. We strive for the impossible. Innovation is our fuel. Community is our breath. We discover, we push boundaries, experiencing life as it was created to be. So fire up your imagination, to chase, to create, to dare. Fire up to be the change this world is waiting for. We are waiting for you.
right, so hopefully you guys were able to hear that video. Otherwise, that was super awkward for you. But sorry about the technical difficulties before. Hopefully you were able to see from that video that we have a lot of opportunity here at Southeastern University. We are a private Christian university located in Central Florida, Lakeland. We're right in between Tampa and Orlando. So if you're not familiar with that area, there's tons to do. You've got theme parks in Orlando. You've got the beach on the West Coast, about an hour away from the beach. I'm from Ohio myself, so I absolutely love being down in Florida and being just a drive away from the beach. We have about 2,400 students on campus. So we are a smaller university. We do have smaller class sizes, a lot of opportunity for one-on-one and mentorship. We have a lot of athletics on campus for men and women. We are NAIA, which is comparable to Division II, and we do offer athletic scholarship. And a little bit about me. Again, I'm from Ohio. I moved down about 3 years ago to begin my journey working at Southeastern and helping students who are also from the Midwest get to Southeastern, work through the admission process and get them enrolled. I'm going to go over some things that we offer. We have a ton of different majors. As I mentioned, we are a private Christian university, but that doesn't mean you come to us only if you want to study ministry. We have a lot of other opportunity as well. Some of our most popular majors are kinesiology, psychology, biological science with concentration. So we have medical concentration, pharmacy, veterinary that you can go into prior to going into grad school. Behavioral in social sciences is a huge college for us as well. Social work is the most popular within that. And then elementary education as well. Some of our newest majors that we actually just started within the past couple of years, we have an aviation program, we have political science, we have a tourism and hospitality management program, and language and culture and trade. And then a few noteworthy programs. These have very high job placement rates and are doing phenomenal down at Southeastern. Nursing, our nursing students are passing their NCLEX the first time they take that at a 92%, which is exceeding the national average of 87%. For education, we've had 95% of our students the past several years who are getting jobs right after graduation. And then accounting, students who are taking the CPA exam, they are passing that for the first time at an 85%, which is among the highest in Florida. And some admission updates for us. If you're working through the admission process now, if you're a current senior or you're planning to go through the admission process, just know we are test optional at this time. That means we will just require your GPA in order to qualify you for academic scholarship. However, if you have the opportunity to take a test, please do. You can only benefit yourself with that by potentially increasing your academic scholarship. We have academic scholarship up to $19,000 available for students. There is a code here, Future Fire, that will waive the application fee if you are ready to take that next step. And I will go ahead and put my information in the chat as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you to all of our reps. We are going to now move into the second part of the program. I ask everyone to come back and provide just a bit of general college admissions advice. So what advice would you give to someone going through the college search process? I'm going to ask that all of our reps just answer in the order that we presented.
All right, so I'll start first. So my piece of advice is to look at colleges and universities of varying different locations. I think when I was looking at colleges, I was really just looking at schools in large college towns because that's all I was used to. And I didn't really realize you could go to school in a large city like Chicago, as dumb as that may sound. So I think it's super important to test out different locations, kind of see where you fit best, and don't give anything, or try to give something a second try, even if, you might not initially think going to school in, say, a small town or a large city is for you.
And I'll echo that and also add a little bit more, keep your eyes open. You might be focused in certain schools, but there may be other schools that come along, you had never heard of them before, in towns you've never heard of. Give it a try. Who knows, it may be a better fit for you, but if you don't come in with an open mind, you will limit your options.
Jim, do you want to go next?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I got crossed up.
All good.
That's great advice. I would probably say echo, piggyback kind of what they're saying, but forge your own path. I know sometimes it gets tough, but don't worry about mom and dad's alma mater, or following brother, sister, or following our boyfriend or girlfriend when you'll probably break up in the first semester, just being honest. Unless you're that Cinderella story, which I'm pulling for all you guys to be that. But you really have to forge your own path. You want to make sure you get out and you get those options. And I know sometimes it is tough, especially if you have mom and dad who are providing financial backing, and kind of hard to stand up to them, but definitely be willing and able to say, you know what, mom and dad, this is what I want to do. So that way you can find out for yourself. Because like, we have tons of great schools here, but there are a lot of great schools. And so if you don't get out there and you don't know, and you don't, take that journey, it'll be okay. And really challenge yourself to, go above and beyond yourself. I was a part of over 20 different organizations in college. Definitely don't do that many. You have your exec board telling you need to step down because you're never in meetings, because you're in exec boards and other meetings. But definitely challenge yourself, especially for more of my introverted students. Try to get out there more and just really see what it has to offer, because really there's tons of opportunities that are just ready at your fingertips.
Yeah, and I would piggyback off of that as well, but also as a campus tour coordinator, I get students that come to the campus all the time and they don't ever speak up. If you guys have an interest, if you have something that you need to say, speak up about it. We want to hear it. We want to tell you whether we have that program, whether we don't. We want to give you the best college advice, because at the end of the day, we want you all to succeed. We want you to be happy. We want you to get your money's worth, because we all know college is expensive no matter where you go. As a first generation college student, I had to pay for college myself. You really just have to evaluate all your options, but don't be afraid to speak up. That's the biggest advice I can give.
And I would say
my piece of it. Oh, sorry, Sarah. Go ahead. I'll go after you.
I would say to definitely get on the campuses of the schools that you're looking at. Obviously, you want to go to a school that has the program you're looking for, but you also want to go somewhere that you are able to call home for 4 years. So you want to make sure that you feel comfortable there, and that you can really see yourself growing there and spending that amount of time there. And then also touching on financial aid. I know that's usually the biggest thing when it comes to narrowing down colleges, is which one can I afford? And my advice for that is seek out scholarships. If you don't look, you're not going to find them. There are a ton of scholarships out there, so just keep looking for them, asking about them, asking your guidance counselor, your college representatives, searching online, definitely seeking as much aid as possible.
My piece of advice would be to utilize your resources, the experts in your lives, and to make sure you're paying attention to the right sources of information. Obviously, the internet, all of our websites, every university has a great website pretty much these days. So utilize the internet, utilize us, your admission counselors. If you're interested in the school, reach out. Every school has someone assigned to your high school or your state or something along those lines. Your high school counselor is also an amazing source of information, or your college counselor at your school. Utilize those experts as much as possible, and try to stay away from things you heard in conversation with friends randomly, or my cousin's boyfriend's, uncle said this about this school, so I shouldn't go there. That must be true. Like, do your own research. There's so many expert sources of information or accurate sources out there at your fingertips. And if you're here watching this, you're already off to a really good start, because you found a bunch of experts about these schools, and there's plenty more experts out there to help you as well.
All right, that was some excellent advice. Thank you so much to all of our admission counselors for sharing that. For everyone in the audience, when you close this window, you'll get a very quick 4-question survey that will appear. We appreciate any feedback you can provide. Please do sign up for additional sessions. You can find more on that same website where you registered, strivescan.com/GPACAC. And you can also find this recording and all other recordings on that same website. So thank you again to all of our reps, and have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.